Clermont. Well, we are in Clermont, Florida, and here is the Orlando 1000 Trails. It is in your left-hand side. It's very easy to enter. This is the main road, which is, what is it? It's US 27. And there's a big sign when you come in. It's gonna say 1000 Trails Orlando. Can't miss it. Somewhat of a busy highway certain times of the day. You will find many stores, Walmart, Publix. Actually, Publix is very close to the 1000 Trails, and other places that you can eat. There is a Wawa close by. The Circle K is not that close, but it's there as well. The Wawa's the closest, probably across the street. And let the so when you enter, it's gonna be this long road that takes you all the way to the entrance of the park, of the campground. And you're gonna notice two entrances, one to the left, one to the right. When you arrive, you're gonna go to the one to your left, and they will have your package. If everything's well and you did everything correctly, they should have everything ready for you. You give your name, and they give you a paper. Again, they give you a paper for your camper and a paper for your car, which is, if you see it, my dashboard. It should tell you the code to enter to the gate, which is the gate on the right. You can enter both gates as long as you have that on your dashboard. They'll be okay if you go to the left gate and enter. But since the left gate is mostly for the vehicles arriving, they ask you if you can use the right entrance, which, so this is the right gate and this is the left gate. So my husband's gonna go through the main gate just because there's no one here, and you'll see it automatically. You slow down, obviously there's a stop sign, and it'll lift up. Someone is usually in that room, in that office, and they'll come out just to make sure that you have the paper on your dashboard. So now we're entering the new campground, the new location, which is all pavement, no shade. So if you're looking for shade, this is not the spot for you, but it's everything new. Let me see if I can show you. See, everything new. What they do not allow here is anything on the grass. They do not want you to put anything on the grass. No car, no tents, nothing. They actually will kind of write you a ticket and tell you that you can't do that. But it's very nice, very clean. It's like its own little city in Orlando, the campsite. And right now we're gonna go to, oh yes, there is straight ahead, they also have storage. I don't know how much the price is to that, but if you need to store your camper or whatever, it's in there. I don't know if you see the other RVs. And the entrance is through here. You know, everything's very well organized here. Very neat. The roads are one way, most of them. So see how this way we're actually entered the wrong way. But here is enter only. And you'll have just storage where you can store up your campers, and see some vehicles here as well, some trailers. So So they ask that you go 9 miles per hour here. Just I don't mean the storage, I mean in general. Just because there are lots of children in this campsite, this campground. And this is the off season, but when they tell us in season, there's literally not one campsite available. And their children are constantly playing outside and they're on their bikes. So they just ask you to be careful, drive slowly. And you see the roads are really clean. Let me see if I can, another campsite right here. See? They ask you that everything be off the grass. So again, if you notice, there's no shade. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not where you want to go. Also, they have the new laundries here and the new bathrooms. We love it. Again, we are in a pop-up, so the bathrooms are very important for us. And shower time, we've actually taken the showers here. It's a little off of our campsite, but it's cleaner and the bathrooms are a lot bigger, which in my case, I usually shower my 3-year-old and the bathroom is big enough. So we're almost to the bathrooms. If it's empty, I'm gonna give you guys a little quick tour, and the laundromat as well. I'm gonna show you the price. Laundry here is pretty pricey. So this is the new location, new bathroom. I'm gonna show you guys quickly. There's nobody in here, but as you enter, look at all the stalls. They got a big stall there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 stalls, and you have 1, 2, 3 stalls, has the curtains. Also, what I like about the big stall is not only does it have a door, so better privacy, it's really big. So you can have your kids waiting here and you can shower at the same time. So, and of course, it's very clean. Not many people come here because most of the people that stay out in this area have RVs. And remember, we look more for shade. So very clean, always empty, and it's been really good for us. So I'm gonna show you guys now the laundromat. So here's the laundromat. I don't see anyone in there, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick tour. It's a little messy right now, but anyway, these are the tokens that I was telling you guys about. You need cash, so you see $1 equals 1 token. But over there is $10, you get 40 tokens, and this is the prices of the tokens. For the washers, they have 6 washers, 6 dryers, and it's 3 tokens for drying. So again, it's a pretty big spot. You can hang out here and then while you're washing and, you know, and do your thing. So again, now we are heading out of the new area. For those that have, I guess, good AC and don't mind not having shade, this is the spot for you. But everything is very clean, very neat. They're very strict in this area, so if you like that, this is the spot for you. So I'll come back as soon as we head out to the other side. All right, so this again, it's the entrance. And when you come in, you make a right, you get the new area. But now, if you go straight after the entrance, you're gonna come across this sign right here. And that's basically telling you where your location is. If you're in the sites A, B, C, D, these are the arrows pointing to the centers. Now, if you need the activity center, amenities, dog park, community, it gives you an idea where to go. So we're gonna enter what section?
H, I think.
Section H. Sorry, section D, which is, by the way, one of the areas that many people tell us has shade, which they're not lying. It does. It has several shade, and the quality of the internet there is not great. When I went in there just by my phone, I dropped internet twice, and I have T-Mobile, which again, I don't have the boost up or nothing like that. So, but just giving you guys an idea, if you are interested in section D, which does have lots of shade, just keep that in mind. The reason we didn't pick Section D, first, we didn't want all the, especially since it rains a lot lately. It's been raining. It brings a lot of mosquitoes. That was one of the reasons I didn't want it. And then the second reason was I was tired of the dirt, mud, which makes things a little bit more difficult for us because, again, we are in a pop-up and we have to literally rinse everything down before the day before we leave, so everything's clean and ready to put up by the time we leave. So this is the area to Section D. As you see, we headed straight. You're still gonna have the new area here again, and then you're gonna have other areas down the road. But also keep in mind that there's streets. When you do go to the club center, clubhouses and all that, they're gonna ask you, what street are you on? What section? What's your site number? Here is, I believe these are the tiny homes. They're empty, most of them. Let's see if I can get it better. Very pretty, very quiet. I guess if you could get to rent these, that would be nice. And we're still heading down Section D, so as you can see, we're getting more trees. So this way is a campsite and the lake, because there is, by the way, a lake which we will show you soon. And in this lake at 9:30, you can see, I believe, the Epcot fireworks on the lake, which is beautiful, especially if you want to do something at night. That is the way to go. You can fish on the pier as well. So now we're entering Section D. So I want to show you what I'm talking about. Like, you see, you'll get some shade, but look at the grass and the dirt. Let me see this next section. And again, it's not so busy right now because we're off season. But as you can see, you see the dirt. You know, again, you do get shade, so you have to pick what you prefer. And we're going in the roundabout now. As you can see, it's very shaded. And let me see if I can show you. See? There's another one. Look at all the shade. But, you know, there are the pros and the cons, and you got to pick what you prefer and what you think it's going to be best for you. And then, look, we found another pop-up over here. And again, you know, you pick what you prefer. You know, we did the dirt and the mud, and I was like, yeah, no. Especially if you have a toddler that's 3 years old or 2 years old and loves to play in the mud and dirt. You know, that's something to consider. These are cabins that are out here. Cabins are pretty much like here and by our section area. And as you can see, this is the most shaded area. You know, you're gonna have your shade, but you're gonna also have, you know, the dirt and the mud, and if it rains, which is most of the time, that's a nice spot right there. And I believe all of these are 50, 30, and 120 as well. Sewer as well, and water. You know, the day that we arrived, there wasn't much. It was pretty busy actually on this area. And they do have their own bathrooms. Every section has their own bathroom, which is a good thing. You know, and if you don't want to drive to a other section or whatever, you have the option of just picking your site. But again, this is section D, and as we get to as we exit out, I will get back on and I will give you the other tour. So here you have more cabins, but it seems that a few of these people actually own, from what I was told. I'm not sure how you can own these, but that would be something I would probably look into. Also, when you arrive, they're gonna tell you, like, you're gonna have campsites that are gonna have these posters, like it's a poster outside telling you it's an annual site, so you know you can't really post up on that. So now when you exit section D and you make a right, you're gonna go to the lake. So I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the lake area, and there are gators in here, so they don't want you swimming in here. I wouldn't recommend it. Also, you can rent these. I believe you gotta give a deposit down for $20, and they have kayaks and canoes. Let me get off so I can show you guys. So okay, I'm off. So now when you enter here, you'll see this. Oh, and by the way, the dog park, I believe, yep, there it is. Dog park is that way. So you'll have the canoes and the kayaks for rentals, and the fireworks, they are out there straight ahead. What I like about this Orlando area is that they have like little benches there that you can actually sit and watch the fireworks, or you can go out to the dock, which I'm going to give you a little walkthrough. And again, here's the sign. So the first night that we came out here, we actually did see people fishing out here in this pier. Well, dock, whatever you want to call it. Again, I don't recommend this for smaller children, but that's up to you. You know, maybe kids that are a little older than 4, maybe. You get this beautiful lake. And the fireworks all the way up there. Now this area at night is very beautiful. It's peaceful. The sunset is out this side, and you see it. All right guys, I'll get back to you now. So this is the dog park area. I have not been out here. You know, I don't own a dog, but this is very peaceful back here. And there it is. So now we're gonna exit the lake area again. To your left, I believe, was the section D. Yes, section D. Okay, now we are going to go to the rec area, which is okay. There are several amenities here. You have mini golf, horseshoe, shuffleboard, pickleball, Batman. I don't know what that's called, but you have that. They also have things for the water. If you want to play games in the water, they have those as well. Basketball, tennis, pool table, ping pong. They have an area every day. They play poker. I think it's at 6 p.m. They also have several TVs on the back by the ping pong table that if you do like to game, or your children like to game and you want to bring along their gaming system, that is the area. There's a library. There's also an area where they play bingo and where they have exercises in the morning. They have lots of things going on here. When you come in, they give you a calendar with all the activities that goes on for that specific day. Very interesting, because in our last spot they did not have any of that. It's actually it was nice but very boring, especially if you have children. Again, this park is huge. You know, I wish I gave you a whole tour, but I think you'll be bored if I do. So anyways, this is Triggerfish and Thousand Trails. When you pass it, this is Core Road, and if you see here, you'll see the clubhouse and you see the basketball court, which, by the way, there are 2 of them. Then you have the pool. You have 2 pools on the left and the right, and then the gym is in there. The only thing I did not really enjoy about the gym was that it opens at 7. I wake up at 5. I like to get my things done and work, over with by 7 so I can start work. But again, the mini golf is under the shade, which is great. Shuffleboard, one area is as well. They do have like a little pond here, which I've never seen anyone do anything in it, but it tells you alligators, so be careful. Oh, for fishing, okay. So there are alligators in there, so be very careful. Then I believe there is a fire pit in the middle. Huge fire pit. Let me see if I can zoom in. Sorry. There it is. Oh, sorry. So, doing this with one hand. So again, that's the entrance. And we're going to be going to our section, Section D, which has been good to us. Actually, we've had great neighbors. Sorry, I misspoke. It's not Section D, it's Section F. And, oh, by the way, we call these the bullies, the cranes. Just be careful, because they go around and just to see that there's food. They're a little loud too. Here's the other basketball court. You can see the tennis court and everything there, pickleball. There it is. If you can see the fire pit, look how big it is. Again, everything's great. It's very clean. They drive around all the time. We're in this area over here, which I believe is Section F, if I'm correct. Ours had somewhat of a shade during the day, but then around 12 to 4 it was critical. Lots of heat. We did find, after reviewing other YouTubes, to get emergency blankets, but we got ones where they match our canvas, and so far is the second day we're using it, and it's been great. It doesn't keep it cool like as when it is in the morning where you're sleepy, and that cool AC, but it does keep the heat, that scorching heat out, which is really good. Oh, another thing here, when you enter to the right, this is the main entrance to the clubhouse. Here's where all the dumpsters are. They ask you not to leave anything. They actually have surveillance there, but I don't know. I've seen things there that shouldn't be there, but again, who's to say? Some people listen, some people don't. Here you have the checkers board outside and the chess board as well. They do have breakfast and lunch here.
Very good.
Very good, yeah. Some things are pretty good. The chicken wings, really, really, really good. But anyways, let me give you a quick tour inside. So this is the main entrance. So here I'm outside. It's the dumpster area. And then here's the checkers. People drive up their bikes or scooters or whatever, and they park it there. Again, it's a huge, they call it a city, but and it's true, you know, it's kind of been like our last 2 days here, and now we're starting to get to know the area and where to go and how to get back to our site. So again, I'm gonna enter. Now, a few rules with the recreation centers: from 8:30 to 10. They stop checking out things at 8 o'clock, I believe, and they close the shop by 9. Let me see if I can show you here. See, they give you like a calendar, well, activities. So I'm gonna record in there. Hopefully there's not many people there, but I'll show you guys around. So this is the playroom area for the kids, which is awesome because our last spot didn't have anything for a toddler. And then I'm gonna show you guys the bingo room right here. Huge. Let me show you this area. So they have things here that you can actually borrow. I've seen people just leave it there and just come and get it when they want to play. You see? And I'll give you a quick tour here. So this is another area here. Picnic tables here, and then that's the pool. It's one of them. The hot tub is right there in this section. The kiddie pool is on the back. This is the bathrooms for the pool. There is no water to shower there or anything like that. And then here's the gym, and here's the pool. Now, for those that like to have a few drinks while they are enjoying the pool, they ask that you have one of those coverings for your drink. That's what they ask for. So I'm gonna pause you guys for a second, and then you have the dining area. So basically in there is where the cafeteria is closed, but they have a kitchen area there with a microwave, which whoever needs it, it's there. And now I'm gonna give you a quick tour of the back rooms. So here is a few of the things, and then you have the entrance, you have ice cream. Here's the mail room, and then here people usually are posted up here doing their like work or school or whatever. You have bathrooms here, fountain. Here's the membership sales office. Texas. This is it. Texas room. And then here is the rec room with the TVs that I told you guys about that you can connect your gaming, ping pong, TVs, book, puzzles, pool table, ping pong table. And and now, because we're coming to the 4th of July, they have started posting mini flags all over the campground. Very pretty, decorating. And oh, you post your golf carts here if you have one. You got the bikes, and then you have a playground area. So again, guys, there's lots to do here. You really can't get bored. The only things that we have encountered is that it's been raining every night, almost every day. And yesterday was one of those days where it rained in mid-afternoon. It never does. So, you know, you need to kind of prepare yourself accordingly. Look at the weather app, weather channel, and just know like how you're gonna do things, you know. Like right now, they're gonna have popcorn. You heard, I don't know if I recorded it, but they're having an activity at 6 o'clock. They're gonna have popcorn here. So for the kids and stuff, it keeps everyone entertained. All right, so now we're exiting the clubhouse location. And we're gonna go to Jewelfish. That is one of the main roads here. So again, you gotta remember these streets, because when you wanna rent something, they're going to ask you what street are you on and what's your site number. few rules that are in the clubhouse that I noticed that we didn't have to encounter in the other area was that you cannot be in this little store. They have a store that I don't want to record it because there's people there right now. They have a little store area that they sell several items, things that I didn't even know they were going to sell. They even have like for the plumbing in your for your RV, they have those in there. You cannot be in there unless you're in there with an adult. So even if your child is 15, 16, 17, make sure that they're an adult. If not, they can't enter. You see what I'm saying about the children? They got to be very careful because they're always out here. You know, again, remember that you got to think for them. Pretend they're your children. Okay? We got to look out for everyone here. So we're entering Jewelfish. Okay, and then you're gonna see this section here is gonna begin here, and this is section F, I believe, because our site was F51. It's a little messy now because we're actually packing. Tomorrow we are going to be going to Legoland for the first time for my toddler. So here in this area, which is section H, F, G, and I. I'm sorry, F, G, and I is on this way, and that's section H over there. So here is section F. You have full-timers that yearly, that live here yearly or only here for a few months. Pretty quiet. We haven't had any problems. Let me give you a peek of our site. There it is. Okay, so sorry, we are I'll show you once I'm done driving around and give you guys a quick tour. But again, 30, 50, 120 sewer and water. So let me see if I see a yearly sign. Yeah, let me see, show you real quick. So you'll see these annual sites. So basically, do not park on those. Just because you don't see a RV there does not mean that someone's not there. Then you have, these seem to be yearly as well. You know, just because you'll notice some have storage areas and just, it looks like if you're actually living in your house situation. Very clean, you know. I think they drive around, they make sure that there's nothing weird looking or just makes it look kind of trashy. They do not. I haven't seen any, but you know, so in this area you'll see all this.
And here you could put things on the grass.
Yes, and here you are allowed to put items on the grass. Oh, another thing, what I was trying to tell you guys, if you notice, these have concrete slabs on the floor. The only thing is they're not as new as the other area. And I will show you my site, which my site is not bad at all. Actually has a real nice concrete slab on the floor. But then you're gonna have gravel. Let me see, let me come up to this side. So you have this like that, gravel. You know, if you're okay with that, then hey.
And this is nothing like our last place, which was straight dirt.
Yeah, our last Peace River was straight dirt, mud, grass. You know what the problem was? That every time that we stepped out, it was to dirt. We had to make sure that before we entered back into our pop-up, we were pretty much clean. And if it rained, it was a disaster. Everything was nasty outside. And that's what I was trying to avoid. And I'm glad we picked our site because it has rained here almost every day. Okay, so now we're entering the Mako Road and Jewelfish Road, which here is the, what do you call these?
These are tiny homes and cabins.
Cabins, which they call it they don't call it cabins. They call it, what do you call those? Jeez Louise. Anyways, I don't remember, let you guys know. But either way, it's back here. It's very quiet. You do have annual sites here as well.
Yeah, my brother told me he came here.
Okay, my in-law came and stayed in this one, and really nice inside, just very small, one room. The couch outside in the living room turns into a bed as well, so maybe for 4 people. You know, it had a small little kitchen, small little living room, TV, very clean inside, you know. And again, you see this, and then you'll see there's a fire pit there as well, for those, I guess, that stay out here. Guys, and if you are planning to be here in a pop-up or a tent or whatever, around 8ish, 8:30, that's it, sundown. Like, you basically need to go inside, or you're gonna be outside with some sort of light or whatever, because it gets really dark here.
Yeah, that's when it feels good though.
But it's true, the weather feels so much better when the sun is down. But again, that's just another helpful hint. So we got the cabins here. And I do believe some people live in these spots. I don't know how they purchased it. I don't know how it works, but there are people living here. And guys, you know, you can't beat the price. Where we come from, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths are going over $2,000 or more. We've seen 4 bedrooms for $4,000. Golf cart. Move up a little bit. So there's a golf cart trail here for those interested. I don't know where it leads to, because we're not allowed to go back there, but that's pretty cool. And that's another option, another thing you can do. We do realize that a lot of people at night is when they start driving around in their golf cart, just because the weather is so much better.
Yeah, there's a place around here that rents golf carts.
Oh, yes there is. There's a place out here that rents golf carts. So if you're planning to stay here for a week, I believe it was, if I am correct, I read for a month is $500, and they actually drive the golf cart to you. They'll bring it over here, which is a great deal if you really think about it, because like I said, not everything is close. You can rent it, and I don't think $500 is bad if you really think about it. It's like about $110, $100 and something a week, and you get to use the golf cart as much as you want. And I'm assuming it's gas, so you, of course, you have to put gas in the golf cart. So anyways, this is the cabin section. Excuse when I said wacko. It's Mako.
We're wacko.
Oh, a little wacko over here. But anyways, I'm gonna stop it now, and when I get to my cabin, to my camper, I'm gonna show you guys our spot, the electric site. If you're interested, the site number, just so you want to rent it for the future, it's there. Again, we have a concrete slab, we have some shade on the back for a tree, and our water, electric. We don't have sewer because we don't have bathroom in our site. So all right guys, I'll be back. This is the other bathroom area. This is the one close by us. If there's no one in there, I'll go ahead and film. I wanted you guys to see. All right, there's no one here. So anyways, this one has 3 stalls. It's pretty clean, guys. They do come here every other day and they clean all the bathrooms. This one, they have a shower here and a shower here. 2 curtains, give you a little privacy. Again, I prefer the big one when I have my kids, just because it makes things easier. They have an AC, which is always a positive thing. Let me show you the chart, just so you guys see what I'm talking about. So this one they seem to have cleaned the last 3 days. Alright, I want to show you guys the laundry room here. So this is in the section F. They seem to have in all the bathrooms their own laundry going on. So anyways, here's 4 washers and 8 dryers. They do have an iron board. They have a few chairs, tables, so you fold your clothes and whatnot. Again, very expensive, so keep that in mind. Cece's Pizza, and yes, they do work because we tried it. We ended up eating at Cece's Pizza, and we're like, hey, we gotta wash one more time before we go. So, and it seems everybody does it because we were told when we arrived by another person that lives here, and sure enough, when we put in $1 the other day here, it gave us CC Pizza tokens. So again, if you do take your trip to CC's at whatever time, you should take advantage of that. They do clean this area as well. Then you come out and you have where you could park when you arrive at night. And more sections here. So again, I'm going to show you my site when I get back to my location, just so you see what I'm talking about. So here's a perfect example. Here is the pavement. Ours is exactly like this, with the pavement where you could put your dining table, your camper. So here's our campsite. And again, see, we have the pavement. We have our rugs up, our chairs. Don't mind the towels. We're keeping them out here to dry. It's my son. So we put the picnic table here. And let me show you. He could come out. And then we have the electricity. Oh, section F51. We do have the tree. So again, this gives us some shade in the morning. It's a pretty big site, especially if you have a pop-up. And again, peaceful, great neighbors. So alright guys, we'll see you later. Bye. So here's a little video that we added on to our video. We made a stop here at Tallahassee so we can see the Capitol, as well as the Supreme Court and other little areas, the Florida State University. So we'll get back to you. We're about to see the Capitol. Let me see if I can. There's a lot of traffic. Here we are. Let me see if I can. There's a lot of construction going on now. I don't know if you see all the construction. This is the state's capital. See, I can take you guys around. You gotta be careful. There's only one-way streets around here. Hills, these streets. Here we are, the Florida Capitol. Let me see if you guys can take a sneak peek. Pretty awesome. First time in 40 years that I have seen this. And I've lived in Florida my entire life. Can we see the Florida State University? Hi, it's Popping on a Budget here. I hope you guys enjoyed the walkthrough video through Clermont, Florida, 1000 Trails. Again, if you guys have any questions, leave them down below. Please subscribe, like, and share. We would greatly appreciate it. Bye.